Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. It's Mr. Lynn here. So today we're going to do another Andy Goldsworthy-inspired sculpture. And I'm really excited about it. Andy Goldsworthy is a sculptor who uses organic material from the natural world to make sculptures. And because he uses like sticks and leaves and rocks and things like that, and he makes them outside, they don't last forever. So it's kind of neat. They're temporary in nature. And he puts them in places where people can see them. So, kind of a fun project because when we're outside, making some art for other people to enjoy, pretty nice. So, today we're gonna have a little bit different focus than the last Andy Goldsworthy video that we did. The last one, we were doing concentric circles, which is a type of radial design. And the one I did was flat on the ground. So today we're gonna stick with radial designs, but today I'm gonna challenge you to build it up. So, I guess you would call a flat sculpture a relief sculpture. So it's a sculpture that's, it's not a drawing, it's still 3D, but it's basically flat. So this sculpture is going to be called an in the round sculpture. It comes up off the ground and you can look at the sculpture all around it. From the front, from the back, from the side, from the top, maybe from the bottom too. So it's an in the round sculpture. You can look all around it. So I got some materials to make one, so let's go make it. So these are the sculptures that we're using as our inspiration from Andy. They don't look like radial designs now, but if you were hovering above them, they would be. I love these cone shapes. Imagine walking up on the forest and seeing one of these things. So cool. So here we have my materials. This is a bunch of sticks I found walking around my yard in the neighborhood. They're all dead sticks, so they're really easy to break if I need to change the size. And I'm gonna build an in the round sculpture inspired by Andy Goldsworthy. It's gonna be kind of a radial design because it's gonna be, it's gonna have a common point, and from that point, the design radiates and repeats. But it's not gonna go out so much; it's gonna come up. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is get 4 sticks and lay down 2 sets of those sticks to make a square. There's my square. Notice I've got 2 sets of parallel lines. The lines do overlap, here, and here, but there's my square. So now on top of this, I want to add another square. And what I'm gonna do here is each time I add another square on top of this, I'm gonna make that next square just a little bit taller. So as it gets, I'm gonna make each square a little bit smaller. So as the sculpture gets taller, it'll get narrower. Oh, there's my second square. For the second square, the sticks are a little bit shorter, and I tried to make the square not quite as big. So the squares are gonna get smaller, the sticks are gonna get smaller, and as the sculpture gets taller and taller, it'll get narrower. And it should be pretty interesting. Square number 3. Square number 4. Square number 4. Square number 5. Square number 5. Yeah. Square number 6. There's square number 7. And I tell you, folks, the taller this thing gets, the more shaky it gets when I add. Oh no! When I add the sticks to it. So I'm afraid it's going to topple over. But so far, so good. There's my daughter, India. Hi. There's square number 8 on top. It's getting really small. I got room for maybe one more. It's probably about 5 or 6 inches tall. And very fragile. I'm afraid it's gonna fall over any moment. But this is super fun to build. I'm really enjoying this project. Well, there's the 9th square on top. And I tell you what, when I put that 9th square on there, the whole thing about toppled over. I was holding my breath, but there it is. So I like it. There's a lot of pattern here, a lot of repetition. There are a lot of parallel lines, lots of squares, lots of angles too. I see some right angles, acute angles, obtuse angles, all kinds of cool stuff happening here. But I was hoping it would be taller than this. So I think if I was gonna make this again, I would start with bigger sticks, like small branches. I think if I did that, I could make it taller. But I have an idea to make it taller and more interesting. Like a little finishing move, so to speak. And I'm gonna use this old palm frond to do it. Alright, can you tell I took this small piece of palm frond and put it through the sculpture so it's standing up tall. It makes it a little bit taller, which is super fun. Also makes me want to put more little palm fronds in there. So I'm going to see how many I can put in there without knocking it over. And if it falls over, you know what? It falls over. This is fun to make. And I like making these on sidewalks and beaches and in parks. That way people walk by and see these sculptures. They're like, whoa, who made that? That's so interesting. Just to add a little bit of creativity to somebody's day. Oh yeah. All right, well there you go. It almost fell over, so I stopped adding those palm fronds to the top. But I like the little flourish that it gives it. Pretty fun design. It's fun to make, very creative, and I just love making these outside where people can see them and wonder who made that, and then see all the cool stuff that's involved in making a sculpture. Y'all have a great day.